We're going to get started, so I'll give everybody a minute just to find seats or get that last dessert cup, glass of wine, whatever it is you need, so we can all settle in. So hi, welcome. Thank you for coming tonight. My name is Rochelle Messick, and I am a member of the Women in Philanthropy Advisory Council. I'm also an alum of the College of Liberal Arts. Carla said I had to tell you when I graduated. Fine, 2003. And I want to welcome you on behalf of the Women in Philanthropy Advisory Council, and a number of our members are present tonight, so I would also like to recognize them. So if they would just shoot up for a minute and stand and be recognized, I'd appreciate that. So yes, thank you. So some of you may not be familiar with our program, and actually already tonight I've talked to a number of you who have been like, so how long has this thing been around? And the answer is actually 8 years already. Time flies. So it began over 8 years ago when women of Hamline got together and wanted to have a place for other women to explore their philanthropic goals and aspirations. And another part of it is recognizing Hamline's strong commitment to women, which began with its first 2 women graduates, Emily and Elizabeth Soren. So our program tonight is focused on high-impact learning. And we're pleased to have with us table hosts. So every table should have a host who has participated in a high-impact experience at Hamline. So as part of our program tonight, we're just going to take a couple of minutes to go all the way around the room and have each of our hosts introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about their experiences. So I'm going to ask, we've got a couple microphones, but I'm going to ask if you are a table host and you know who you are, to please stand. And you're going to hate this, but you're going to have to stand for the whole time. So no, just like bopping up and down. No, we want everybody to know who you are, and we'll go around the room. So we'll just go ahead and get started.
Hi, my name is Dawn Bentley. I am an alumni from Hamline CLA in '95, and I just received my dual degree master's MBA in M&M this year. My experience in higher impact learning, I was a Holt Fellow, and I got to travel to Italy in 2013 to study abroad with the MBA program. And I had an amazing experience that has turned into, a great education, a lifelong friendship with people that went to Italy with me from Hamline, but also with the people that I met in Italy, and also a return trip to visit my friends that were in school there, my Italian friends. And it's been really amazing. I've been able to take what I learned and apply it directly to my work as a consultant. It has resulted directly in a job working with a firm that's based out of Italy. And I really can't say enough about the Holt Fellowship that helped me get to that point and the experience that I had while I was there and then beyond. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Emily Corwin. I am a senior at Hamline in my undergrad, and I'm studying economics with a minor in religion. So I participated in a few high-impact learning experiences here at Hamline. The first being I'm a fellow/associate with the McVeigh Youth Partnership. My boss, Jane, is over there. She's really wonderful. That experience has really taught me how to work with diverse groups of people. I've met a lot of different kids from many different backgrounds. I can really relate to the kids really well. I've also worked with a lot of students that I never would have met before, so that's just been a really, really great experience for me. I also participated in a summer internship. It was wonderful. I had the time of my life, and I built some really long-lasting relationships, and I'm really excited to see where that takes me in the future.
Hey, hi. My name is Jessica Goodsell. I'm a senior at Hamline. I'm an accounting and management double major with a religion minor. I've also had quite a few opportunities to do high impact learning. I did 2 food justice trips to San Francisco over spring break, which for those of you who don't know, it's kind of the idea that food is a right and not a privilege. I also studied abroad in York, England, fall of my junior year, so that was really awesome. And then this last summer, I had an internship with KPMG. They're an accounting firm, and so I was able to see both sides. I did audit as well as tax, and it resulted in a full-time offer. So I'll be starting with KPMG in fall of 2015. So.
Hi, my name is Kate Bant. I'm a senior here at Hamline University, and I did 2 high-impact learning events. I traveled to Washington, D.C. my sophomore year and worked with people who are experiencing homelessness and with the housing committee there. It's a really, really great experience. I was homeless for 2 days. It was terrifying. I've never been camping in my life. My second impact learning, I went to Honduras for my internship. I worked 3 weeks in a public hospital, and it was so eye-opening. Great experience. The CDC really helped me plan my internship down to everything that I was going to do and writing journals. So it was a really great experience and great reflection afterwards with Hamline University.
Hi, my name is Jessica Seitz, and I'm a third-year law student here at Hamline, graduating in May. The 2 high-impact learning experiences I've had, my first summer, after my first year, I worked at a law firm called Moss & Barnett doing family law, and that was kind of the first experience I had actually in a law firm, meeting with clients, learning all the ins and outs of what actually happens day to day, and I don't know how I would have learned that without actually getting myself into the environment. The second one I did was with a small business nonprofit clinic, and we got to help people starting up new businesses or nonprofits and kind of guide them through the whole process. And without that, I wouldn't have been able to get the contact and actually meet the people and learn how to do it from the ground up. So I'm really thankful for that.
Hello, my name is Cami. I am a senior this year, and I'm majoring in economics and political science. So I've had a few high-impact learning experiences while at Hamline. The first being my opportunities to study abroad. I was able to spend a J-term abroad my sophomore year in England, and then I was able to spend a semester abroad my junior year in Japan. And then I'm also actually planning on going abroad in Shanghai in January to participate in an internship while there. So that will be an amazing experience that I'm looking forward to expand my travels. And then I've also been able to participate in the Summer Collaborative Research Program for the past 2 summers now. I have been able to work closely with my professor in developing and executing a research question and project. I've also, through that, I have been able to attend the National Conference of Undergraduate Research and present what I have found, and I am continuing to work on that project. So, thank you.
Hello, I'm Jessica Plotz, and I'm a third-year law student at Hamline Law. Going to graduate with Jessica this upcoming May. Now, Hamline's supportive and kind of community atmosphere helped me get several positions while in law school. I started out with gender justice, and then I did work for the Anoka County Attorney's Office, and then also MNCASA, which is the Minnesota Coalition Against Sexual Assault. And I have my current position at Ramsey County Attorney's Office because of on-campus interviews and connections I've made while at Hamline. I was also able to go to London and do the study abroad program there and get a certificate in international arbitration. So lots of great experiences that I wouldn't have been able to have if I didn't have kind of the rooted network that Hamline was able to provide, and just the support to go and seek those opportunities out. So I'm very thankful. Thanks.
my name is Padma. Padma Osman. I'm a senior this year. I'll be graduating in May, and I am majoring in a couple of things, but international business and finance, and I also made my own major in Middle Eastern studies, what turned out to be kind of a minor and an interest to turn into my own flex major. I've had a couple of learning impacts at Hamline. One of them is McVeigh Youth Partnership. There's my boss. And like Emily, I was a fellow for a year, and now I'm an associate, and that's like the best job that I've ever had, actually. I started my sophomore year, and I'm still continuing. And also, I am a spiritual scholar this year, and Nancy over here is our director for that. So I'm very thankful for a lot of opportunities that I had here at Hamline.
Hi, my name is Lauren Sparks. I'm a senior biochemistry major. I will be graduating in May. And I too, of course, like everyone else here, have had a few high impact learning opportunities. The first I want to speak to is last year I was a spirituality scholar. Fatima just mentioned that she was involved with that this year, and that was through Nancy. And it was a wonderful experience where I was able to connect with people who are from diverse backgrounds, and we were able to relate to each other based on our own personal spiritual identities, which was really nice. And then the second major opportunity that I've had is the past 2 summers I've been able to do collaborative undergraduate research in biomedical sciences, the field like that. And I was actually I was funded by the Finn World Travelers Award through the Protein Society to go to San Diego this summer to present my research on Alzheimer's disease. So that was a great opportunity.
So I'm the third Jessica 3L from Hamline Law School. There's like 6 of us all in the same class. So I have had, multiple great high impact learning experiences. I also did the London arbitration program that Jessica, we actually went together. And it was a wonderful opportunity to meet a lot of different law students from around the world or around the country. And we have had great friendships that we've continued to have. I'm still, kind of pen pals, email pals, I guess, with several of the people that we had classes with there. And I have also had a great experience working at the Office of Administrative Hearings for the Chief Judge Poost through Hamline Law School's externship program. And then I'm now working for an equine law firm and the Department of Agriculture, partially based on my experiences there in administrative law. And I'm also the president of Hamline Women's Legal Caucus, which has been an organization that I joined my first year here and was such a huge impact on my experience with law school and the people I met and the support system, because they do mentoring for 1Ls, the 2Ls, and the 3Ls do mentoring programs. There's great networking opportunities, there's wonderful panels and speakers, and I was so happy with my experience as a 1L that I wanted to stay involved with the program, and now I get to hand reins over to other people at the end of this year, and it's going to be kind of sad to move on from it because it's been such a wonderful part of my life. So, thanks.
Hello, everybody. Hi. My name is Lydia Yankee, and I'm from Owatonna, Minnesota, about an hour south. I am a poli-sci and communications major, double major. High impact learning taught me to scan the room, so I'm just gonna scan the room really quick, keep everyone engaged. Hello. So some of the things that I've done, my freshman year, I'm a junior if I didn't say that. My freshman year, I got an internship at KDWB Radio in Minneapolis or St. Louis Park area. And that led me to my next internship, which I did last summer, which was a DJ internship. So I like the radio. Radio's kind of my thing. Let's see, and then also I work for Miss Jane back there. I'm an intern at McVeigh, and I don't know, I love that program just because, like, when you think of Hamline, we emphasize diversity here so much, and that's like the ideal program for that. So I'm very lucky to be a part of that. I'm very lucky to have my internships under my belt and stuff, and can't wait to see where I go next. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jun Wen, and I am also a 3L at the law school. So I've had a lot of things that Hamline has given to me, especially as a single mom and a cancer survivor, that I don't think I would have gotten anywhere else but Hamline. Sorry, that was silly. You know, I've been able to do a lot of competitions, and I've been able to do clinics with the criminal misdemeanor clinic, where I've gotten to work with the public defender's office and really meet people who are down on their luck and learn what it's like to be where they're at and learn how to help them move past that. So that's been a great experience for me. This past summer, I was able to go back home to Utah and participate in a judicial externship where I got to follow a judge around and really kind of see the other side of the podium. And that was an experience that has been really tremendous in my life. And other than that, I've been doing a lot of the competitions. I've been doing mock trial. I've been doing, this year, Hamline will be sending the first arbitration team to competition this year. Yay. And so I just really want to reiterate how much Hamline has given me the ability to overcome labels.
I'm Hillary Miner. I'm also a 3L at Hamline Law School. I think I might be the last law student to go. Like John, I've participated in the clinic program at Hamline Law, and I've also done the externship program. After my 1L year, I was a participant in the Dean Summer Fellow program, where I interned for United States District Court Judge Donovan Frank, who is actually a Hamline alum, and I will be returning to him after graduation as a full-time clerk. Yay, employment. As my 2L summer, I participated in the Minnesota Justice Foundation clerkship program, and I clerked with the Minnesota Neighborhood Justice Center, which does nonprofit public defense. So like John's experience, I had the opportunity to meet real clients, learn about their lives, learn their stories, and try to do what was best for their lives. And I also did the Jerusalem Study Abroad program, where I learned about conflict resolution and religious traditions, a really unique program to Hamline, where you get to meet with leaders in crisis resolution in an area of the world that has a lot of crisis. So really grateful for that opportunity.
All right, my name's Alia Aboud, and I'm a senior doing my undergraduate in international business and music double major with a minor in French. And a year ago, last fall, I was in Nice, France, which is in the south of France, and I got to take classes in French and really use the knowledge that I've been working on French for about 7 years now. So that was a really, really great experience, just because through study abroad here, you can really go to any country. And also this summer, I had an internship at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Journal that I got through the support of the Career Development Center here. So, yeah, that's my experience.
Okay, I think that is everyone. So you get to sit down now. I know you're excited about that. Thank you. Thank you so much. So many great experiences and such good stuff. Wow, thank you. I also want to put a little plug in for those of you who maybe didn't notice the Career Development Center that so many of these women mentioned in their talks is right over there. So stop by and chat with them. You could win some new books. You can sign up to volunteer and learn more about the programs that they're offering. I know that I stopped by earlier and shared with them that I got my internship through the help of the CDC, which then led to my full-time job offer, where I have made my career and I'm still there 12 years later. So that was my high-impact learning. Thank you for the paycheck. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, and a big reason why I know we have such a big turnout tonight, so we're excited about that. President Linda Hansen is our 19th president at Hamline, and she's in her 10th year serving as president. Under her leadership, Hamline established its School of Business and MBA program, created partnerships with universities on 3 continents, and developed a 20-year campus master plan and you thought a 5-year personal plan was tough, and also built the new Anderson University Center. So before moving to St. Paul, she was president of the College of Santa Fe in New Mexico, which makes me go like, why did you want to come here? But that's okay. We're glad that you did. People often wonder how someone gets to be a university president. And so tonight I'm going to share with you, before President Hansen takes the podium, just a little bit about her journey and her route. Don't worry, there isn't a slideshow, I promise. Okay. So after earning a bachelor's degree in English and speech communication from Southern Nazarene University, she taught high school English and then became the executive director of an arts organization in Texas. And she moved into higher education, fundraising, and from there increased her responsibilities, eventually becoming to several executive positions at Seattle University, eventually becoming the assistant provost. So while working full-time and raising her son Pierce, which I totally respect, because I'm in that position these days, with her husband Laird, she earned a master's degree in educational administration and a doctorate degree in educational leadership from Seattle University. We've got the whole geography of the U.S. represented here. So President Hansen was named as one of 25 women industry leaders by the Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Journal in 2011, and now serves on the Ordway Center Board. She chairs the Associated Colleges of the Twin Cities Board and is a member of the Minnesota Women's Economic Roundtable. President Hansen is committed to advancing Hamline as a diverse, learning-centered university and has a personal passion around high-impact learning, which is why we are so excited to have her speak with us tonight. Let me turn it over to President Hansen.
My goodness, what a geography lesson that was. Thank you, Michelle. You have no idea how happy I am to be here tonight, because about 4 weeks ago, we were talking about at my table, I was told by the wonderful doctors down at Mayo that I had no choice. I had to have back surgery. And so I missed everything at the start of school. And I had speeches lined up, boom, 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 boom. And so the first two, which were major, I videotaped them in. The third one, I just twisted the arm of the law school dean, Jean Holloway, to take my place. And I was almost at the point where I thought there would be a cutout of me here, and I would be taping this and phoning it in. And so this is my first week out. This is my first week on campus. So you'll go easy on me, right? You know, you'll go easy on me. But it really is a pleasure. And besides that, I knew Carla would just kill me if I didn't come and show up for the wonderful event. I have always had such pride in this group. Formed 8 years ago. This is the start of my 10th and my last year at Hamline. I'm retiring at the end of June from the university. And so I have a very special place in my heart, and I was really touched and moved that I was asked to come and speak with you all tonight. So it is a real pleasure. And this topic, high-impact learning, empowering students to excel, it truly is something very, very close to my heart. It's such an appropriate topic for this audience this evening, which is made up of wonderful, successful women who certainly care deeply about supporting causes that, first of all, empower women to find their own pathways, and second, gives you information about how we here at Hamline are preparing women to excel in their chosen careers and their vocations through the experiences that they have while they're in college. And so as we heard the personal stories around the room, we heard bits and pieces of wonderful creative ways that students have put together their college or their university experience in undergraduate or graduate work here. And that's the beauty of what we're going to be talking about this evening. And my hope is that by the time we leave, that you will be able to also have put together all these pieces into what I'm telling you about this evening, because you didn't hear everything that there is involved in terms of high-impact learning. And we'll get to that. So you'll be a wonderful advocate for this as you leave and go out from this event tonight. Through your presence, you have also shown an interest in learning more about the ways that you, as an individual, might become more aware of the choices that women students have today that they may never have had they not chosen Hamline University. And so before I speak about high-impact learning, I'd like to explain a bit about how Hamline decided that this was a set of practices that we wanted to adopt for all of Hamline University. Since I became president in 2005, it has become a part of the Hamline culture to have broad-based participation by our faculty, our students, and our staff in developing a vision for Hamline's future. Oftentimes people talk about believing in having a vision for their organization. And I've always thought that without a very specific set of action steps of how you're going to achieve that, it's pretty much just wishful thinking. And so allow me to share with you Hamline's vision, which was adopted in 2007. And you see it here on the slide. And the first two words in that first fragment of a sentence there are very, very important. Hamline University will be recognized as a diverse, learning-centered university. Diverse, learning-centered. If you don't remember anything else I've said this evening, think about Hamline and think about who we are, a diverse, learning-centered university. But there are 4 planks here. First of all, rooted in a tradition of liberal education, dynamic and actively inclusive, locally engaged and globally connected, and invested in the personal and professional growth of persons. Now, students, think about what you've received here. Those of you who are faculty, staff, alumni, can you see yourself in this vision? This is what Hamline envisions itself to be all about and sees its future to be, that we will always be recognized as being within this vision. This vision has pulled us toward developing many academic programs and practices that allow us to serve students in ways that are meaningful from the very first day that they start as an undergraduate all the way through to the time that they leave us as a graduate student. Most of you in this room, with the exception of the students who are here with us, in all likelihood went to a college that taught a liberal arts core of studies in a certain way. In a certain way. We have a College of Liberal Arts within Hamline University that serves undergraduate students, but we also have undergraduates in our School of Education and our School of Business. Each student is still required to take a common core of classes, which in our case is called the Hamline Plan. And my saying in all likelihood you took a common core or certain required courses, you know what I'm talking about. The first 2 years where that's all that you did. You took a certain set, locked-in step course that you were required to take, semester after semester or quarter after quarter. That has changed dramatically. We're going to talk about that this evening. It's very common in colleges oftentimes for these required undergraduate cores to become stale or irrelevant. And Hamline made the decision just a few years ago that it was really our obligation to be certain that we prepared our students, not only in their academic discipline, math, chemistry, arts, and so on, but that we did more than that. As everyone knows today, after the recession of 2008, a lot of things changed dramatically in higher education. We all began to examine the relevancy of our coursework and the intense scrutiny that we were all under in terms of the public as to whether or not we were giving students coursework and experiences that were really relevant and going to help them get a job or move into their profession of their choice. And so we decided as a community to embrace a new set of practices, a set of 10 practices, and to embellish and to expand our current practices so that we could measure whether we were having an impact on students, and then we wanted to know that it was not only an impact, but a high impact on their ability after they had mastered these learning outcomes that we expected of them. And so I want to talk to you about 10 high-impact practices. There won't be a test at the end, but you'll begin to see the connectivity of what you heard in the students' stories as I go through these 10 practices. So the first one is first-year seminars and experiences. These are called FISEMs. FISEMs. Now, this simply means that it's a cohort of around 20 students who are in their first year, and they come to the university, and this is on the very first day of school. They're sort of herded into groups of 20 with these very energetic, what are they called? I call them no-see-ums, but they're new student mentors. That's the only way I can remember is to call them no-see-ums, but the new student mentors. They herd them into these groups of around 20 that are in a cohort, but they actually stay together for the entire first semester here at Hamline. And they connect around a theme course that they have chosen over the summer. And there are many, many choices that they may have, and they choose one of those. But in each one of these FISEMs, they do similar things over the course of that period of the first semester. They undertake projects, and they have assignments that involve critical thinking in more than one area of knowledge. Secondly, they practice important skills like discussion, careful reading, clear writing in class discussions, small group work, and so forth. They plan their future at Hamline, and their FISEM coordinator is also their academic advisor throughout their whole experience. And then lastly, these students also work as a team member with their peers within their FISEM and also with other FISEMs. But what is really unique about this whole program of FISEMs is that the topics are very current. They're very relevant, they're attractive, and they are intriguing. And I thought that I might share some of them with you. These are courses that you would want to take if you've not ever been a first-year student at Hamline in recent years. A few of them. Fractured Fairy Tales, Understanding and Addressing Violence in Dating Relationships. Pretty important in college. More Than a Feeling, Inside Your Mysterious Brain. Now that's a course I'd love to take. Investing for Fun and Profit with Real Money. We actually give students real money from the university, and when we sit down with our investment committee of the board every year, the students invariably outpace the investment committee. It gets them every time. Conspiracies and Popular Delusions. Wonderfully intriguing course title, wouldn't you think? Rwanda, A Journey Toward Peace and Reconciliation. Every single one of the FISEMs has a topic just as intriguing as the ones I just shared with you. They're so interesting, I always want to just, take a sabbatical and go take 2 or 3 of these in the fall. But the point is to grab the students' attention, and get them right from the very beginning of school with compelling topics but common learning outcomes to help build community among the students so they right away have friends. They have people who are going through the same experience, and to engage them in a learning modality that is uniquely Hamline. Research has shown that if a student is not going to continue in college, if they're going to drop out in college, it happens within the first 3 weeks. So you can see how important a program like this is for students who might be vulnerable to dropping out of school. So the first of the 10 practices are first-year seminars. Secondly, are common intellectual experiences. Our goal is that each graduate of Hamline has taken courses that ensure the same intellectual experiences, most of which is captured in the Hamline Plan for undergraduates, which is our Common Core requirement. And I'm going to tell you how it differs from the old form lockstep, you've got to take X, Y, Z. Among the kinds of courses that they must take are writing intensive classes, and they have to take a writing course every year of their enrollment. Imagine, if you don't like writing, by the time we're done with you, you will like writing, or at least you will know how to write. We also require 2 speaking intensive courses. We require a course in formal reasoning and quantitative reasoning, a total of 8 courses in what we call disciplinary breadth. Now, this means that you take 2 courses in fine arts, 2 in the humanities, 2 in social sciences, and 2 in the natural sciences. So you might say, well, oh gosh, they all take the same courses. No. From among many, many different courses, students can build their own curriculum, if you will, because we have abundant choices for students to select from. They're able to gravitate toward their own interest and to build their undergraduate experience that matches their college goals, and yet through these choices, they will all experience common intellectual challenges, and they will have common learning outcomes that have been vetted certainly by the Hamline faculty. Now, another part of the Hamline plan is that students must take 3 courses in what we call cultural breadth. And the cultural breadth means that they can select courses from among courses on race, gender, age, class, minority, and ethnic identity, and sexual orientation. Another is they could select courses among international issues. And then also a third grouping is language and cultural studies, sign language, and study abroad. So the goal here is to complement a very traditional curriculum with current experiential learning that students will need as they enter a diverse world, with expectations that they are going to be able to function effectively in their chosen field. The final common intellectual experience I'd like to share with you that is experienced by all Hamline undergraduates is something that we call LEAP, L-E-A-P, and that stands for Liberal Education and Practice. Now, LEAP puts students in positions where they directly engage